Welcome back, guys. It's Professor Silva. This week we got several questions around antivirus protection at the firewall level versus antivirus protection at the desktop level, and I believe it's very important to have both. On the firewall, you're protecting against both known and unknown threats, specifically zero-day attacks, and you're getting a live, updated database of signatures of different threats that come in that simply don't make it to the desktops in time. Okay, so let's take a look at a very basic small business environment and take a look at where the virus fits in, where the antivirus fits in, the desktop fits in. So here you've got your main internet connection. The internet connection here obviously is connected up to the firewall that you have. This here is your local antivirus protection, and the local antivirus protection, as everybody knows, provides endpoint protection to the workstation. One challenging thing, though, is that this antivirus engine has to regularly reach out for updates through the internet to whatever the antivirus protection service is. For example, we use Viper and Bitdefender, but you might use McAfee or some others. So you're kind of at the mercy of that one particular antivirus vendor to provide updates. Also, this workstation has to be running, it has to reach out, and it has to download and process and then scan all those files and executables that are in progress for real protection. So the big difference between the endpoint protection that you'll get here and the endpoint protection at the firewall level is the firewall is actually going to reach out across the public internet and download a real-time virus database update. It's going to protect against what are called zero-day threats. And zero-day threats are threats where if a software vendor releases a new version or a patch or some type of a feature release and there's a bug in it, and an exploit is discovered, then a compromising attacker can create a virus and unfortunately take advantage of that attack. So let's simulate that. I've got my little Guy Fawkes mask here. Let's say this is the attacker, right? And let's say that he creates a virus. Okay, so in the case where the antivirus software is responsible, if this attack comes fast enough, the attack is actually going to go right through the internet and it's going to go directly through the firewall. It's going to hit the antivirus engine, but then the antivirus engine is not going to recognize the signature, so it'll actually go right to the workstation. That creates a big problem for us. So the better way to do it is to provide this antivirus protection at the firewall level. So the firewall is on all the time. It's a network connected device, and it receives 24/7 real-time streaming virus definition updates, and it's going to get that from the virus provider, or the antivirus provider, excuse me. When the virus definitions come in, they get loaded into the firewall. And this way, when this virus is released, the first thing it's going to do, just like it did before, is it's going to go through the internet connection, through the firewall. But here, the firewall is actually going to stop it, right? So that gives you the ability to protect this workstation. Even if this antivirus software hasn't fully updated yet, you've got your virus protection here at the network level. So some of the key things here are that you're protecting against things like viruses, worms, Trojan, and other internet threats, but you're doing it in real time. You're also doing this through a dynamically updated signature database, and you're blocking zero-day attacks before they enter your network. Also, one other kind of interesting thing too is that this type of security service allows you to do content filtering on the firewall as well. So if you've got websites or content that you don't want your employees ingesting for whatever reason, you can actually protect against that at the firewall level. So it's not just for those zero-day attacks. It's very, very useful for providing the 24/7 type security. But also if you want to have any type of content filtering or website restrictions, anything like that, that's much more easily done here at the firewall level because it'll affect all of the workstations that are connected. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.